Good afternoon, chat. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the second leg of the Sim Rally Masters. Let's show my face. Hey, everybody. I hope you're well. Welcome back. It's round two. Leg two, sorry. Not round two. Or it is round two as well. Sim Rally Masters competition. We had a run this morning on leg one. And what I kind of worked out was this is a broken radiator management rally. I broke the radiator God knows how many times. I don't know how, but we have completed the stage. I did even get a message to say on the bottom left, your car is seriously damaged. You need to retire. Bag, how you doing, mate? Welcome back. That was after the stage, and yet somehow it managed to fix itself. I don't know how that's happened. But we carried on. That was on stage 2, I think it was. So yeah. So not so we got lucky, essentially. We're on leg 2. Now the aim is to complete. I thought we were on leg 2. Yeah, we are. Okay. We're on leg 2. We've got a service. Set up 2. Oh no. No. I thought I amended it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's go a bit higher all round. Just a little bit. An extra centimetre might make all the difference. How much damage is there from the last stage? A lot. But I can fix it all. Look at that. How you doing, Lag? Are you taking part in the SRM today? Closer. I do need to make some tweaks to this rig. I adjusted it the other day, so the wheel is a little bit lower, but I didn't adjust the pedals, which is a bit of faux pas. So it feels, yeah, I need to change it round. Looks to be dry. Gravel dry sounds good. Yeah, I am too. Why is that?
Three, 2, 1, go. Flat right, long, 120.
That's
left,
awesome,
50,
mate.
2 right.
I always find if you get into the top third,
2 left, 50.
you know, that's a good.
Hairpin left, long, 40.
That's a good. Oh!
Tight, hairpin right, 40.
There we are. Nearly rolled the
hairpin
car.
left. 3 right, 50.
So last time I did this stage, I had the pretty much
right.
default.
3 left.
Pretty much default
3 left, 1,
setup.
40. Caution, 2 right, 140.
I've changed it all now, so I've got a bit more height. But it is very bumpy.
Caution, keep left. 2 right, 2 left, 100.
That's the thing. What most people, generally speaking, most people,
Right,
casual
long,
fans
80.
will crash out, and I include myself as a casual fan.
Care, keep right.
Which is a bit
into,
weird considering I
50.
do YouTube
Care, 2
and
right.
sim racing videos, but
3 left, long, hold.
I can't afford to spend all the time in the world
jump, 5 right, long, 60.
Dialing in setups. Bear in mind this is a very bouncy
Bridge
setup.
60.
Or mastery of the stages.
2 left, 80. Caution,
Just moved a
keep
bit
right.
closer now, so hopefully it's that feels better.
2 left, 3 right, 40, 4 right. 3 left, 4 right, and 5 left, 80. 2 right, and 2 left, 50.
But with Sim Rally Masters, I said this in the stream earlier on today,
2 left, 50.
it's kind of like a 24-hour race. Like, it doesn't really matter
Two
where you
left,
finish,
don't cut,
unless you're one of the
70.
top guys who are
Caution.
going for a win. Like, it generally doesn't matter. The whole
Keep left, 2 right, 2 left,
the
60.
challenge and the enjoyment is getting to the finish.
2 right, 50.
You know,
Late, two
just
left,
getting to
and
the end
tight,
of the
hairpin
event
right, 30.
and having a good time.
5 right, 80.
While you're getting to
6
the end
left,
of the rally,
40.
so
Keep left, caution, bump. 2
that's
right,
my
2
excuse.
left, 50. 2 left, into 2 right, long, tightens.
And also, I increased the ride height massively, but I don't know anything about
5 right,
setup, so
narrows, into hairpin left, 50. Caution,
that
keep right.
that might be my next video, learning setups
2 left, 2 right.
or setups
Bridge
for
100.
beginners, because I want to learn the bitty basics
Caution, keep left, 2
and
right,
then
into 2
make
left,
a
30, 2
super
left.
simple video
Care, keep left, 3 right,
and get
3
people to
left,
follow
40.
along. I'm sure there's already
5
something
right,
out there. Maybe
60.
Jan
Caution,
has
keep
done
left,
something.
2 right, 2 left, 2 right, 50. 6 left. Finish.
First stage of leg 2 done. Oh, if you seen also we've got pedal cam now. We've got a nice pedal cam, with some blue lighting. I mean, all you're seeing is that, but I don't know if it adds something. It's there anyway. Trying to mix things up a bit, try and get more visually impressive content, which is quite difficult to do when you've got, you know, poor internet where you can't even stream at 1080. But no crash on this time round, so that's good. Yeah, my intent is so I've got the spare room, and it is quite a large room, but it's a spare bedroom. So we've got a day bed over there behind the green screen. And we've got a sofa sort of behind us. So when I had the webcam sort of up or atop of the monitor, you can see the sofa. But yeah, I've got to move around. I don't know whether I'm going to move the webcam back to here and have the GoPro there, or the GoPro there. But you know, there's some tweaks I need to do. I want to make a better looking stream, because the video content, aside from making, you know, quick videos, I might just do the stream aspect for a bit, because, you know, making a video is one thing. If you come up with a really cool concept and then hours of edit, time is of the essence. And we're in the top 10. I mean, we're miles behind, but we're in the top 10 of the class. Right, over round 2, proper Africa now. Let's hope the car makes it. God, I hope the car makes it. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, it's with sim racing, particularly doing YouTube and streaming. Like, there are so many people with such good rigs, setups, like purpose built for, you know, making content. And and it's like having the best wheelbase or pedal sort of thing. You know, it does add to the enjoyment, but my god, you can spend so much money. Like, was it David Murad, who owns Muradness, did a video of his 60k setup, and they're going, that's insane. You know, obviously I think he included everything. I think he included the PC and the streaming PC and other bits and bobs within it, and he's got a motion rig, but 60 grand. I mean, I think I could do a tally up of like what I call this is at the end of the day is a high end setup, I think, and even then that's about what. I mean, for all the stuff new, 3 grand for the rig, bass pedals, streaming accompaniments, then what, 1,500 quid for the PC, that's 4.5. Monitor was 400 when I got it, and the spare one, you know, so you're looking at 5.5, 6 grand for a 5 grand maybe, I would say, about that, you know, and it's, if all brand new, that is, which I think is reasonable.
3, 2, 1, go. 100.
Actually, I don't know whether it's reasonable, but that's how much I paid for.
Right, tightens 500.
Now, I'm not going to talk too much during the stage because this stage is dangerous.
Keep left over crest 250.
Nice
Keep middle
smooth
over
landing.
crest 160. 5 right, into 4 right over crest 250. Caution, water bump, and keep middle over crest 30. Three right, narrows, don't cut. And 2 left.
I'm so cautious of
And
these bumps
5 right.
and these ruts.
And caution, keep middle over crest. And 3 right, narrows, don't cut. 80. 2 left, into 2 right, 70.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, clearly he's got the money. He's a racing car driver for
6 right,
GT3
and 6 right, into
24
flat
hour
left,
Daytona.
narrows. And caution, keep middle over crest 60. 5 right, 80.
and he also owns Muradness, which is like his motorsport inspired clothing line.
2 right,
Yeah, I've heard of
and
Muradness
2 left,
more than I heard
into
the actual
bump,
driver.
60.
I've seen adverts for them before in various bits and bobs, so
6 right,
he's
long,
diversifying
80.
his income by doing. I think he was
Caution,
on
keep
Twitch
middle
also
over
in
crest
YouTube.
30,
He's just created
water
his channel,
bump,
which is going to
250.
be pretty huge, I reckon. Slowly catching monkey. So fair play to him.
Caution,
Like,
keep middle, bump, narrow.
if I was a
and
professional
caution,
racing
keep
car
right,
driver,
and water 40.
not going through water,
6 left, don't cut.
you know, I would probably do the same.
Into flat left, long, don't cut, 100.
But also part of his unique
Flat
selling
right,
point
40. 6 left,
aside
narrows,
from being a
don't cut,
professional
bump,
driver,
caution, 100.
is his oh my god setup.
Hairpin left, narrows. And 6 right, bump.
You know, every YouTuber needs to have a USP that does something differently to.
Into 5 right. And 4 right.
Do something
and
differently
3
compared
right,
to other,
narrows, 80.
you know, sim racing YouTubers because, well, you need to have a selling point. You need to have a
3
people.
right,
You
60.
need to tell people a reason why they watch.
5 right.
Dan Radness, he's a professional racing driver and
flat
his
left,
Uber
over crest 50.
sim racing setup.
Flat right,
For
120.
someone like Jimmy Broadbent, it's his personality
Caution,
and the fact he's been
flat
doing it
left, over crest
you know,
50.
pretty much longer than
Bridge
anyone.
narrows. And 6 left, 300.
for game muscle. It's a bit of comedy, bit of music, a bit of force
Caution,
feedback
keep
detail.
right, 50. 5 left,
You
narrow.
know, Jardier
30.
is just the happiest ACC man going. Dave Cam's and iRacing,
Flat left,
pure,
60.
kind of pure sim racing.
Caution,
There's no
6
interest
left,
in
over
real
crest,
world
don't cut.
racing.
And 4 right,
Really.
long.
Well, not to compete in it.
And keep middle, over crest. And 3 right, long, 30.
You know, everyone needs a stick, and Dan Miranda's
Keep
has
middle,
found his.
over crest, 80. Keep middle, over crest,
Mine,
150.
I'm still working that out, but it's casual sim rally boy
Flat left, 100.
and mediocre driving.
Caution. Bump, into, 4 right, don't cut, 30, 4 left, into. Keep left, 100. 3 right, over crest, into, 4 right, and water bump, and 2 left,
Oh.
narrows, 30,
Crash, crash.
3 left,
Ah, that's probably where I broke my gearbox last time.
and 3 left, long.
Yeah, I was on this stage where I
and
broke my
5
gearbox
right, bump, 60,
and had to finish it in third gear.
4 right, over crest, long, 30,
Oh my god.
3 left, 40. Flat right.
Do I have that video record that? No, is
Caution,
that a thing?
60. 2 left, widens into,
No, I don't
6
think it
right,
is.
400. Caution, keep left, 150.
Keep left, there's a tree there. There's a tree!
5 right, narrows, don't cut, 100.
Oh god.
Caution, 4 left, narrows.
Small French hot
and
hat should not
bridge hand,
survive
4
this.
right. And 4 right. And 4 left. And 5 right, 80.
I'm at severe risk of rolling
Caution.
this car.
3 left, widens 120. Four left. And
It's too
6
bumpy, I
right,
can't
80.
actually see. There you are. Haha, cheers buddy.
Flat right, narrows, 70.
Just my face of me going.
5 left. And 4 right, narrows, long, 30. 5 right. Into 6 left, 30. 6 right, tightens, long. And 4 left, 100.
God. It's feeling a proper workout.
6 right, into, caution, 6 left, and 3 right. And 3 left, 30. 4 right, 50. 2 right, over crest, narrows, bump, 800.
Come on, stay straight.
Caution, bridge, narrows, 100. Keep
Slow.
middle, over crest, 150.
Don't want to die.
Caution, flat right, and 6 left, into 5 right, narrows, into 4 left, 4 right, 300. Caution, 2 left, 70. 2 right, narrows, 30, 5 right, and flat left, tightens, over crest, long, 30. 6 left, 100. Long, into 2 right, narrows, and 3 left, narrows. And 4 right, over crest. And 2 right, narrows. And 5 left, 40. 4 right, narrows. And 2 left, 70. 3 right, long, 40.
This is such a tricky stage.
Flat left.
I don't know how,
Flat
I don't know
right,
how
long,
the guys are
caution,
doing
40,
like their
6
Porsche
right,
911s
and hairpin
on
left,
the
30, 2
real
right,
drive
60.
beast, because even in this it's a challenge.
Four left, long, 40. 2 right, narrows, 200.
I mean, I've got my force feedback up
2
quite
left,
high, to
120.
be honest. There you are.
Hairpin left. And 4 left. Into 3 right.
Kilometre left to
80.
go.
5 right, 100.
If I could not break a radiator this stream, that would be amazing.
Hairpin right, 50.
And then we only have
Hairpin
one leg
left.
left. But it's still a bit early. We're not even halfway through
And
the event.
5 right, 100.
Come up the hill. Come on.
2 right, 60. 5 left, 30. 4 right, long. And keep middle over crest. And 3 right, 60.
I think what I'll do for the next leg, if I make it,
Five
is
left,
get the
30.
GoPro set up and have it over my
Five
right
right.
shoulder, and have a camera angle pointed to the wheel.
Finish.
10:30. That was alright. And I didn't break a radiator. The car is still in one piece. I haven't rolled it. The radiator is still attached. There's no steam coming out. That was a good stage. And I got a PB. Yes, I'm miles. That's a nice little battle between these guys. Look at that. Match Power 69. That's like every 13-year-old name, email account from back in the day. So 9th in class after that stage. That's good. Ah, Tinker. Those who recall, Tinker watched the last stream. He has his own channel as well. He does a lot on Twitch more so than YouTube, but he generally streams his stuff, so go and check him out. Nice guy. But yeah, all right. Lots of people have DNF'd, I've seen. So we are the slowest without having an off, which is fine. That's what we want. To finish. That's the achievement, Sim Rally Masters, is finishing. Now, I've raised the ride height. As you can see from the car. I mean, look how high it is. So the issue is now the center of mass for the car is so much higher. So when on these fast flowing sections, I'm worried about it rolling. So
3,
I'd rather
2, 1, go. 6 right, long, into, over crest. 5 right, long, 40.
but let's see
4
how
left,
it goes.
tightens, 80. 3 right, long, 100.
I can't do any cutting because
5
the car
left,
will roll.
tightens, 50. 3 left.
If anyone remembers Dirt Rally
Keep middle, into
2,
over crest, 5 left, 40.
and you had the R2 class where you had like the Ford Fiesta, which
Quarter
was like the
into,
king,
4 right,
and then you had
30,
the
6
Vauxhall
right, into over crest,
or Opel Adam. And I never used the Adam
5
because
left,
it always
clear.
rolled
5 right, and over
anytime I
crest,
make a cut. It's cut. That's what the
5
Renault
left,
feels
30.
like at the moment.
5 right, into over crest, and go straight.
Now you
into,
could say
over
just
crest,
lower
80,
the
5 left,
drive height,
100.
but I have broken the radiator 3 times in the
2
first
left,
leg.
70.
So
5 left, into over crest, 50. Care, keep
I'm
middle,
not going
into
to risk
over
it.
crest, 120. 2 left, 40. 4 right. Keep right, into over crest, 140.
all about finishing.
5 right, 40. 4 left, 40. 5 right, 5 left, 5 right. Keep left, into over crest, 80. 4 right, 5 left, 30. 5 left, 100.
Hey Tinker, how you doing, mate? Just gave you a shout out a minute ago, mate.
6 left, long, and over crest.
It's going. I said going well. We haven't used Super Rally, and we're on the
30.
second leg.
6 left, long.
So, as far as I'm concerned, that's a win.
Keep left, into over crest. 5 left, long.
So the first
Over
leg,
crest,
which I
tightens.
streamed earlier on today, I decided
right.
that the radiator
4
would be a
left,
great
40.
thing to
4 left,
not
into over crest,
have
40.
working anymore
4 right.
and get breaking it. So
4
I
left.
raised the ride height now to a
6
ridiculous level
left, into over crest. 2 right, 30.
without doing
5
any
right.
other setup changes. So now I'm no longer
4
smashing the
right,
radiator
into
into
over
every
crest,
bump
50.
and rock,
5 right. 4 left. 5 right.
but it does
4
mean
left.
that my centre of gravity is quite high.
5
So
right. 5 left.
I'm kind of
4 right. Long. 30.
worried about rolling my little
4 right.
French hatchback
4 left. 30.
in Africa.
5 right. Double tightens.
But it's
4 left. Into over crest and water and 5 right. 5 left. 200.
and yes, I know this is Australia in game, but in
4 left.
in
5
Fantasy
right.
Rally Land,
Tightens.
this is somewhere in Africa. Are you taking
4
part in the
left,
SRM
80.
this time round, Tinker? Actually, you are. Of course you are. I saw your name.
5 left. 30. 5 right. 80.
It's
Keep
like
middle,
Beetlejuice
into,
or
over
the
5 left.
Candyman.
40.
If anyone remember the
5
Candyman film,
right. 80.
say it name 3 times and he appears.
4 left.
Yeah, what happened, Tinker? Did you
4
just
right.
have
Over crest. 70.
Did you have an off?
5 left. Into over
I'm saying
crest.
that my
Care,
radiator
120.
broke. Well, my gearbox broke in the first leg,
Water.
so I only
100.
had 1 gear.
Keep middle. Into over crest. 100.
So I had finished the stage in 1 gear, and after I finished the
Care.
stage,
Into 5 left.
it said
40.
your car is
5
seriously
right.
damaged, you
Cut,
must retire.
180.
Anyway, I didn't, and the start of the next stage,
Keep left. Into over crest. Finish.
the start of the next stage, the gearbox just worked. So I'm feeling very lucky that I haven't gone to Super Rally yet. I don't know whether that's a bug or maybe the game's like your car is so broken. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do. F. Was it press F to pay respects? That sucks, mate. Are you carry on with Super Rally, or are you just calling it there? Music stopped. Oh, there you are. But we're plodding on nicely. We're in the top 10. I'm 10 minutes behind this guy. This guy was faster than Mamuti. Mamuti, do you remember him from last time? Over 66 minutes now to leader. To be fair, by the end of the event, I'm going to be outside. I'm 10 minutes behind. Yeah, there's quite a few people had some offs. I was commenting earlier on motivation kind of gone. I was absolutely raging when the gearbox stopped working. Absolutely raging. And so I was that close to just like shutting down the stream, not bothering, calling it a day. Thankfully, the RBR gods were kind to me and allowed me to continue the rally. Just with a warning about my radiator. So I don't know whether it was a bug that did that. But yeah, quite grateful. Look how high the car is. Look. Anyone who knows anything, I'm going to show you the setups, but... Oh, right, was he? Yeah, he was having a good battle with that Haley bloke in leg 1.
Three, 2, 1, go. 3 right, 3 left, and 5 right, long.
Oh god, these ruts.
5 left, and 4 right, 3 left, 40. 6 right, cut, twisty, and 3 right, 40. 4 left, long, 100. 5 left, narrows, 2 right,
Does
6 left.
Mamoti stream? Hello, Rivet, how you doing, mate?
And 3 left, long.
Welcome
3 right.
to Try Not to Break the Radiator Simulator.
Caution quarter, 250.
Bit of a mouthful, but the name might catch on. Turn right, please. Thank you.
Flat right, don't cut, and caution, 4 left, narrows, 6 right, flat left.
Turn left, please. Find the big rocks.
5 right, 60. 4 right, long. And flat right, 40. 2 left, long, 60.
I'm so worried about the weight being so high that I don't particularly want to slide.
4 right, into, 4 left, 40.
Jerry the
flat
Mouse,
right,
fantastic name.
and flat left, long, 70. Over crest into, 5 left, narrow.
I'm not going to talk
4 right,
much
long, 2 left, 100.
because this is a challenge. You can probably hear it in my voice.
Flat right, 70. Flat right, 50. Care, 4 left, 50. 6 left, and 6 right.
Anyway, I hope you guys are
Jump
well.
50.
Join the stream, like, all that stuff.
Flat right. And 6 right, long. And 5 right, cut. 6 left, care. 5 left, flat left. And 4 right. 2 left, hairpin right, long.
Oh, don't slide too much. I'm so
3
worried
left,
about rolling the
350.
car. Find the rock. If anyone's ever been off-roading in like a Land Rover or something, I'm getting the same sort of vibe where the wheel gets caught in the ruts, like genuinely feeling like I'm proper off-roading with the steering movement.
Finish.
Giving my forearms a good workout. I haven't been this sore since I was a teenager. Oh, Christ. That's a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. Revit, I hope you're well, mate. Did you manage to sort out your RBR issue, haven't you? which is good to hear. Hopefully you're enjoying the misery and the pain that this game offers at times. Am I using medium or long gears? To be fair, I've only maxed out for like a few seconds at a time in 6th gear, so I'm basically using not the default setup, but you know when you slide along there's 3 setups that's offered. I'm using that, and I've just raised the ride height, the suspension, and the top mounts. If you can see, yeah, so I'm basically using this setup, but all I've done is made the springs about 10, 12 centimeters, 110 millimeters longer all the way around, which is probably too high. And then I've moved the top mount position from like 4 to 1. Gear setups. No issue. Medium. Longer gear setups means there's the gap between the ratios is far greater, so you can reach a higher top speed, but you're limiting your acceleration. My springs are on 500 millimeters. Oh, so you reckon I should go more? And yet the radio keeps breaking up. Yeah. Well, obviously it's with 500 mil. Oh, service park. No! Did I get a penalty? No, I didn't. Good. Nor am I. Max steering at 450. I don't know. You know what? Let's leave it at that. It's working. I know how the car. It feels sluggish on turning, but I can drive around the faults now, and I haven't completely ruined my radiator. I kind of know where the big issues are. I'm just being extra cautious. The aim is to finish the event. Okay, and pedal cam. We've got pedal cam. That's the other change I've made. With some blue lighting. Right, let's do side. You have to play it also if you change. Oh, I've not played with the spring stiffness at all. So that's probably why my car is like this. It feels like I'm driving a Land Rover. I've driven quite a few Land Rovers in my time. I mean, it's almost as high as a Land Rover, but I can work around it.
3, 2, 1, go. 80. 4 left over crest, 40. 4 right. And hairpin left. And 2 right, 40. 4 right over crest.
So worried about rolling.
And 2 left, narrows. And 2 right. And 3 left, 30.
What we
Three
really
right,
need
long.
is a moti just to come in and say, yeah, but your
three
suspension
right.
this high and it's spring and don't worry about the
And
left.
hairpin left.
It does feel like a bouncy
four
castle,
right.
yeah, you're right.
Into 5 left. And 2 right.
But it reminds me
And
of
four
rallying the
left,
Land
40.
Rovers back from a few years ago where you just get chronic understeer.
Flat left. 30.
So
right. Don't
to
cut,
me it
150.
feels realistic.
Caution 4 left. 30.
Yeah.
5 right. Into 6 left. And 4 right. Don't cut. 60.
Yeah, really.
3 left. Narrow. Don't cut.
Mind you, this
40.
stage is relatively smooth.
3 left over crest. Into 4 left. Long. 100.
Turn left, turn left.
Hairpin right. Long. 50. Five left. And caution 4 left. Long. Narrows. 50. 5 right. 60.
Yeah, that was probably I've not done a
Hairpin
gym
right,
kart.
60.
It was
2 left.
but I know the guys who were taking part. I have, thankfully, the crashes I had in the Land Rover, I
And
was
6 right.
co-driving, and they were very low brow.
And 3 right.
Usually it's sliding off into the ditch, the right-hand side of the road.
And 4 left. And caution bump. Into
No big
2
accidents,
right.
thank God.
30. 2 left.
Trying to avoid that bump.
And 2 right. 30. 3 left over crest. Into 5 right. Into 2 left. Cut. And hairpin right. 40.
Yeah, I'm not cutting that. I'll roll.
2 left. 40. 2 right. 50.
So right, so you're saying we need to adjust the
3 left. And 5
springs
right.
there.
30.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Hairpin
We'll
left.
try that next
And
service
3 right,
in what,
70.
2 stages time? Don't roll, don't roll.
2 left. 30. Hairpin right. 40.
So paranoid
3
about
right,
rolling.
crest, narrows. 30. 4 left. 70.
I hope you all had a good weekend.
Hairpin left. 60. 4 left.
Come on. Make it round, make it round.
And 3 right. Long. And 3 right. Long.
No, 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 no. No! Oh. Oh, it was going so well. The dream is dead, everyone. The dream is over. From what... Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. That really, really sucks. I was kind of enjoying the I'm like you, Tinker. I am threaders right now. I am so angry. So angry that crashed out. Well, I'm gonna when there's one crash, there's two, isn't there? If I carried on driving now, I'm going to have another crash. What stage was that? Oh, I don't know. What does Discord? What does That was leg 2. See if I can get it up. That sounded wrong. Let's see if I can get up the road book. Old man jokes. Out of the way. That's not that one. Let's do. That's better. Right. Let's have a look. That was. Which stage was it? So we did leg 1. This is leg 2. We just had our service, so El Cupleti. Stage 15, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so should we have our own personal battle for leg 3? Oh no, you're letting me 10 minutes, 25 seconds. Okay. Oh yeah, can you crash out leg 1? I feel pretty gutted now. Like genuinely gutted that crashed out, but that's rally. That's rally, everybody. That's what happens. You spare the day to do some rallying content. I think we will pick up some points from. I don't know how the point systems work. In fact, I've not really looked at it. Will it be on the RSF rank? Safari, it's brutal. Like, genuinely a brutal event. Like, the amount of times I was so worried. Like, I had one gear. I was so worried about the radiator. Every stage I had steam coming through the bonnet on the first leg. And then I momentarily distract myself and I end up crashing into the crashing into a tree. A tree, by the way, that had no business being there. Did they have the points on in the Discord? Was it in the championship for the last event? Let's have a look. I don't know if I got any points for the last event. What are we? Or is it only the pro guys? Is it only top 20 that gets points? From leg 1 without the radiator. You were aiming for the puddles of water just to cool down your engine. Yeah, it is a... I mean, that's the whole point of the Sim Rally Masters, isn't it? It is supposed to be a brutal challenge. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not like... It's not supposed to be you turn up and you finish, which is probably top 15 in class. Yeah, okay. So just by finishing, you might get a point in the front-wheel drive class. But yeah, that's the whole point of the Sim Rally Masters. It's to, you know, actually be a pretty difficult challenge. It's not supposed to be just to jump in and compete. It is, you know, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I'm gutted. I'm really annoyed because the P8 after the... Yeah. Yeah, but then I suppose with this, you've still got another... How many more days of the rally is there? You've still got a while left. We've still got a while left. In fact, will I finish in the last event? I don't actually know. See results. See if it works. Mamoti he was 12th in a Renault Clio. Alright, so in class at the last event, I was 39th. Yeah, so if you don't do a super rally, you're pretty much like top 14. Nate Moo Moo Cow is a great name. Wait, you're around here, aren't you, Tinker? Some music on in the background. I don't know if it's good music. I can't actually hear it. Yeah. Max Power 69, great name. I can't see your name here, Tinker. Where are you? Oh, that was the last. There you are, 11th. Boom. That was obviously last event, so you scored points then. Oh, mega. That's the thing. Like all these people, 120 participants, 105 was in Super Rally. That just shows how brutal it is. But all the kit cars not collecting points. Oh, so the Maxi kit car, they're in a separate. Well, I'm trying to do 36 stages, but I'm going to miss out on 10 of them because I've just destroyed the car. Because when you do Super Rally, you miss out that whole leg, don't you? You don't just like go to service and jump back in whenever, like Real Rally. You miss that leg entirely. So I'm missing out pretty much most of leg 2. Are we allowed to swap cars? Like, I'm in the Renault Clio at the moment, but I want to give the Peugeot 106 Rally a go, just because I like that car. There's no issue with that, is there? You can just happily swap car to car, can't you? But I mean, 39th from the last event, I'll take that. This event now, I'm raging. I'm so angry. Oh, I see. Okay. But like, Mamoti was 12th in a front-wheel drive, 4th in the Golf. Like, do you think it's because people use the too powerful four-wheel drive cars and just crash out? I wonder how many people. Yeah, you're right, Tinker. Yeah, it's a different class. Just look at the tourist class. and it's all red. It's all red. That's incredible. Like, this just shows how brutal. Can you see how many people have done super rallies in the tourist class? Like 90% of people. Classic rear-wheel drive. Okay. GP laps. He does some good content, doesn't he? GP laps. And our class, the last event. M3 Cup. I assume that's not the actual Tommy Mackinnon. I mean, it's impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, really. I'm kind of... That's really unfortunate. I kind of was hoping to... I mean, I could ask in the Discord, to be honest. But, you know, the Clio's just got... I could just be a bit more... Be less throttle heavy, I suppose, but it's got so much wheel spin. Too many requests. I'm having a look at stuff. Leave me alone. In fact, we can just look at the... Let's get... where's the rule book? Look at us. It's so rally. We crash out and immediately go to the rule books. Feel like a Formula One team. Let's see if we can cheat our way to point. Replay checking. I'm not showing any replays. There's no point. Yeah, so it's just overall class. No. Look at the glass in the bracket instead. Make sure of the right category. Right. Okay. So front wheel drive. So I can't jump into the 106 because it's a different. It's a different group. Okay. So I'm stuck with. So I can swap between this class, the A7 class, if I wanted to, but I can't jump into the 106. Mind you, the 106 is about, I think, 50, 60 horsepower down on the Clio. Although I do need to get a livery for the Clio. Using the default grey is pretty boring for thumbnail content and the like. Class points 15, yeah, happy. Right, cool. Well, I don't know what to do now. I don't particularly want to jump straight into a super rally right now. I'm a bit... Yeah. I mean, what would there be around the 360 era? Is there B Rally 3? Was that out? I'll tell you what, you guys know MT Box from YouTube? He's just done a video talking about racing games. He didn't really talk about rally games, but he did mention, like what we talked about lag the other day about Midnight Club and stuff. It's almost like he was listening to our conversation and decided that would be a good idea for a video. Because he was talking about the popularity of racing games and what could developers do now to entice people back into racing games. But yeah, definitely worth checking that one. Yeah, I can't think of any from the 360 era. Mind you, I jumped back to sim racing and sim rally in the Xbox One kind of side of things. I didn't really jump into Xbox 360. That was my Call of Duty sort of era for me, and Gears of War, as we talked about the other day. But yeah, check out that NT Box video. It's a pretty cool, interesting watch. And he emulates loads of old games, which will be fun to do. I'm kind of at a loss of what to do. I could become a React channel for the next 10 minutes. Yes. So I did that little video, which is actually done quite well when I did the video about the WRC leak. I think it's up to, I say 700-800 views, which I know isn't a lot, but for someone that does a niche within a niche within a niche with very few subscribers, it's done quite well. And it only took me an hour to make, record, upload. So there's been some news. Douglas Thomas has posted out a video talking about the Unreal 5 engine and about procedural generation within Unreal Engine 5, which we know that the next WRC game, I think, is using... Well, I don't know if it's using Unreal Engine. I thought it was using Frostbite. But Douglas Thompson thinks to be suggesting that they're using the Unreal Engine for the next WRC game, which means procedural generated tracks will be back, but not in a you've designed 20 sort of blocks and then they're just passed around the houses and you put a new dressing on it. They're generally completely new, separate sort of stages. So it will be interesting to see whether that gets implemented. I don't know whether EA would implement that. Like, if I was EA and you can come up with procedurally generated stages and there's no other competition, I would put it behind a paywall and say, screw the fans. Design a tiny part of a stage, get the Unreal Engine to design the rest of it, put anti-cheat on the game so that no one can add modded tracks, and then release those new updated purpose-built stages as DLC and just make a killing. Because I'll buy it. Like, I know I will. I would buy if the game physics and force feedback is good. Not so much if it runs well. I played WRC Generations for fun. Like, even if the game doesn't run well, I'll probably still play it. As long as my wheel pedal works for it and it feels good and bordering on realistic, then I'm going to play it. And I will probably almost certainly download the DLCs for the game. So, like, they could just use me as a cash cow, to be honest. And a lot of rally fans will, I imagine, probably do the same. I think it'll be good. I'm hopeful it will be good. I wish it will be good. I generally think that it will be a good, fun title to play the next, WRC game. Anyway, I'm not sure what to do now. Should I play another game or should I call it a day? Tell you what, I mean, we could talk about. Should we have a look at that video? The video of the Unreal Engine simulator. Unreal. This was it. The next gen tech demo. Have you guys seen this?
All right, so last year, we added several new features to the engine to support foliage rendering, and the Fortnite team used those features to ship Battle Royale Chapter 4. At the same time, Jacob over there and the team at Quixel were experimenting with what's possible for photoreal foliage environments.
I've just turned into a React channel. This is much easier than to actually make content. Just watch someone else do it, and I'll talk about it. Yeah, Lag, I'm looking for a good car selection as well. Like, for WRC has been in existence in some form or another, whether it's the International Rally or the Continental Rally Championship or the International Rally Championship since like 53. Like, we've had 50 years of the WRC. There are so many good cars, so many fantastic stories, and they could lean into that like so much. Like, so many like the Rally 1 cars, the WRC era, the Group A era, the Group B era, the GT classes of rally cars, the national cars, the N4 sort of classes, there's S1600 classes, the 2-litre front-wheel drive class. There are so many cars to choose from, and so many stories within that. You're looking at Richard Burns, Tommy Mackinnon, Callie Rovanpera, Harry Rovanpera, Loeb, Ogier, Carlos Sainz, Senior, Robert Kubica. There are so many great stories. Michel Mouton as well. So many great stories that WRC could make a big song and dance about, but they don't, because they don't want to. I just realized my display capture is not center to screen. Why is it? It's not. Let me sort out my. Okay.
As well as testing out the latest functionality that we've been building for Unreal Engine. So, Jacob's here with us today in the Unreal Editor let's explore the environment. And what better way to do that than off-roading? And what better way to off-road than in a Rivian R1T?
Right, excuse my pixelated.
Now, Rivian uses Unreal to power their instrument cluster, including 3D visualization of their vehicles. So we worked with them to...
I know I'm only streaming like 720p, well 1080p, but very pixelated. But it, from my screen, it looks bloody good.
Bring the R1T to life in this experience. Let's head on out, Jacob.
Sure thing, on my way.
All right. So we're building tools for interactive and dynamic worlds. So here we have chaos physics simulating rocks that tumble as we drive over them, leaves bend out of the way, and we also added some real-time...
Like that rock there just moving. How cool is that? How cool would it be if you were part of a league, right? And you get your seeded order. Let's say you could create a seeded order like they do in the actual WRC, where you have, you know, Momoti at number 1 and then me at number 100. And then you've got 99 cars like going through, and you can feel that wear on a vehicle. Or let's say if it's like a free fall, people jump whatever. If someone have a crash and they move some rocks onto the stage, those rocks are actually there, so it won't be on your pace notes. Like, it'll just be so cool. It'll make it nigh on impossible, and the Sim Rally Masters will be brutal in it. But it's such a
fluid simulation. We worked with the team.
this. What I would say about this little snippet where it shows the car going up and down,
To set up Unreal's chaos vehicle model.
I'm not sure how it just feels far too doing to me.
To simulate the suspension of the truck and how the electric
And I
motor
don't
starts
see
to
much or any
simulate
tire flex.
Chaos also simulates how the tires compress and deform, and meta
I don't-
sounds enable
I
the
didn't see
team
it
to
compress and
precisely
deform.
resynthesize the sounds of the electric motors and mix them with the
Yeah, the hitboxes are terrible. I in one of the SRM stages, I went off and had the invisible wall, and obviously it does some actual damage, you know, to the car. Dirt Rally 2 needs a better career mode. It really does. But that's where WRC come in. WRC will have a great career mode. If they just, which the last WRC game had a good career mode. You know, and the next one, I hope will just copy what the F1 game did. The thing is with the multiplayer aspect is, it's the why I do rally games more so than racing games is because I might have to pause a game to go deal with, you know, the dog or the baby, or, you know, I should probably reverse that order. Order of priorities. Deal with the baby, and then maybe have to deal with the dog. You know, so it's quite helpful because I'm not guaranteed that I'll be able to stream a multiplayer race with other people because I might have to jump out. So that's why I quite like Rally, because I can pause it during an online multiplayer event, go do something and come back. But you need to make it so that you feel like you're actually competing against people in the online multiplayer. Now, what was cool, what WRC did, the first WRC 5, they had the ghost mode. So you start at the same time, then a ghost will go in front. But I always found that far too distracting. So what they did in Generations was they gave you on the side of the screen, like along here, let's say, they gave you like 2 little bars, and then you can see the time difference at each section. You say +3, 0.3, -0.2. So you're not too distracted by it, but it gives you that urgency of other guys catching up, or, oh, he was 3/10 faster in that section, he's only 2/10 behind me, you know, chasing that relative. And they need to do that more, and also have a multiplayer like viewing YouTube function. Like, how cool would it be? Like, you have a broadcast mode for races in F1 games, for example. If you had a broadcast mode for rallying, you you know, that'll be pretty awesome. Like you can do it for Rallycross, absolutely, but you shouldn't get Rallycross in the next WRC game, because Rallycross is a separate championship. Yes, Rallycross falls under the World Rally Championships promoted umbrella now, but I wouldn't think it'd be appropriate if I was, you know, the British Touring Car Championships and then I sell super truck racing, for example. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because not everybody likes rallying cross, and not everyone likes rallycross likes rallying. So I don't think we'll get rallycross in the release of the game. We might get it later on as a DLC, like WRX DLC. I think we'll get that. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep watching this. I think this little thing's cool. You can see, it kind of feels like SnowRunner meets Forza Horizon.
About 71 million polygons that we're able to render in real time thanks to Nanite. Now the Rivian not only looks incredibly realistic,
I like it how it changes,
but also its materials. And today we're introducing Substrate, our new material framework. And to better demonstrate it, let's swap the paint out for Opal. Now, of course, you can't order a Rivian with Opal body panels, but Opal was the internal code name for this project, and also a really great demonstration of Substrate's capabilities.
Does anyone really care about like how pretty it looks? Empty Box's video, by the way, talked about the reason why racing games like Gran Turismo were so popular was because they needed less polygons to make it look realistic, because it's all flat surfaces and light. So it was less polygons to make it look good for a car or for a track or what have you. So it always looked better than, let's say, the first person shooters, which is very, very true. Nowadays, though, you can have, so with the computing power as it is, racing games are no longer the showcase. No longer the showcase that they once were. So all racing games, like modern day ones, kind of look the same, except for our niche rally or sim racing style ones. But most of the big racing games all kind of look alike. Gran Turismo, Forza Unlimited, Forza Motorsport, you know, because not much variety. You just played Dakar Desert Rally today. I downloaded it because of the Wheeled Wizard, paid for it, and I couldn't get it working on my Simagic. It would only work for it. No, it didn't work at all, so I had to refund it in the end, which is a shame because I really want to play that game with the wheel and pedals, but it won't work with this wheelbase. Like Mud Runner works with this wheelbase, but Snow Runner doesn't with this wheelbase. And I think Dakar Rally is kind of based on the Snow Runner. So with the, we have to use a plugin to get Simagic wheelbases working with Richard Burns Rally. That does start to get it to work. So you feel it rumble initially, and then it just cuts out. So I've tried to get it working on the wheel. Tried for 1 hour, 58 minutes, and then refunded the game before I had to pay full price for it. Which is a shame because I really want to try that game. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Lag. It just feels like, but then when every game does
and reflections that occur inside of an Opal, and on top of that is a layer.
When every game does Spa, GT3's at Spa, for example. I mock that, but I might have a decompressed race on ACC in a bit because I've just started using No Fuel Motorsports. I don't really care for.
Compose and layer those materials as they see.
I mean, it does look good, doesn't it? I don't know about realistic or not, but
head on out, Jacob.
On my way.
Oh, that was pretty cool. That's good. I'm looking at the front left tire here. This is some nerdy shit. Like, it's flat. It's flatter there, or that could just be a shadow. You want to see that? Yeah, see it here. Nah, it must have had low PSI.
models and compose and layer those materials.
I'm looking at the wheel to see whether it flexes when it turns.
Head on out, Jacob.
On my way.
Not really.
In terms of performance,
Maybe a little bit.
substrate materials that are similar to the current Unreal Engine shading model cost about the
I mean, this cockpit view looks good.
But now, artists have the freedom to author more complex materials for extremely detailed
Kind of looks like you're driving in like Tomb Raider, or the jungle around you.
use cases, like in cinematics and in film. So we're going to drive under this fallen tree here, and everything that you've seen up to this point was painstakingly hand-built by the environment team at Quixel. Everything since that fallen tree has been built using our brand new experimental suite of procedural content generation.
Right, so this was all game designed, everything that you've driven through there. Fallen tree, procedure generated content from there.
Everything since that fallen tree
That's
was built
unreal.
using our
Like,
brand new
hey,
procedural content
pun
generation.
intended.
Entirely an engine that are flexible, deterministic, and artist-driven. Our guiding principle in building these systems.
Could you imagine Dakar Rally with this procedural generation? Dakar Desert Rally. Like, how cool would that be?
To empower artists to make tools for artists. So,
As we know for rally games, the
assembly to the world.
this is cool. Look, they just put a feature in it.
Yeah.
Wait for the applause by the paid fans there.
And the cool thing
All
is
right,
that
mate.
communications
Cheers for
with
joining.
other nearby
Have a good one.
elements in the scene.
Enjoy your enjoy Warzone soon. And see you later, mate.
Like the creek bed.
Like this,
So
like
let's say
that's
a
been
designer
dropped
comes
in.
by, wants to direct the player to drive to the left. Jacob can simply move the assembly to the right, and everything updates to accommodate that change.
It just did it. You just put in a bloody cliff face, and then just move to the right, and then boom, you got a riverbed there. Like,
Game design is iterative, so let's say the designer comes back.
That's
wants to make the
insane.
choice of going left or right again. Jacob can simply move the assembly back over. Now, the artist who created this assembly also added
Motocross
some
games,
additional
yeah.
handles that Jacob can use to art.
like you can like having. That's a good point. Procedural generation, but in like a rallycross or a motocross track. Endless playability. The thing is with like rallycross or racing games is that the reason why it won't go, the reason why I feel that sim racing games will not reach the heights of, you know, any of the esports games is because it's based in reality. And what I mean by that is it's all based on real tracks. I don't think people would be that interested in watching a fake racetrack with real cars. I think people might be interested in watching fake Tron style vehicles compete in a futuristic landscape with some semblance of simulated reality within it, because it's, you know, appealing to the eye. But I don't think simulated racing and esports is ever going to achieve anywhere near the heights of the other esports platforms. Because why would you watch simulated racing over actual racing? I mean, you could argue that the sim racing is a lot closer than real world, which it is. Because the cars are literally identical. You're not going to get vehicle breakdowns or what have you. But so in that sense, it's more pure racing, I suppose. But it's always grounded in reality, and people, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't think it will never reach those heights. Because A, it's a niche, first of all. B, it doesn't look as good anymore. And C, you've got the real thing every weekend.
Where rock slides occur.
But this is cool for rallying and motocross games as well. Or rallycross tracks that can be generated.
That original part of the level to set the visuals and art direction for the entire piece, and then built out procedural tools that allowed the team to create a much.
We know from like Skyrim or from procedural generation is not a new thing in games. Procedurally generated whole solar systems have been created. You know, they do end up looking a bit samey, and I think this would as well, maybe. But it's quite cool that artists come in, spend a few months developing a look or a feel for a place, and then the game, the engine takes over the rest.
Larger play space, much more quickly.
Implementing a co-driver
Now
may
let's see how we
might
can
be
use
straightforward,
structural tools to make larger sweeping changes
as long
to
as
the
you can
environment.
tweak your
So Jacob, let's
co-driver
start
pace
by
notes.
removing some of the trees in this area.
Absolutely. That's
Oh, everything's oversaturated. You have to,
All right. A little too
to
much,
make
let's
things
add
pop,
some
you have to
feedback
make it
the focus.
oversaturated. Like all
And
my
let's also add
thumbnails,
in
I
some cliff formations
crank up the
to give it a little bit
oversaturation
more
to try and get it
variability.
look
So the
nicer.
procedural systems are all deterministic, as
You know.
Jacob is experimenting with.
like the original Dirt Rally was very much, it's quite grey, which is probably arguably a lot more realistic than what you got in Dirt Rally 2. Like driving in the grey screen in Wales, for example, did feel like I was in Wales. I just needed a water simulator pumping cold air at me and someone throwing mud in my face and I'll be right there. But all games are oversaturated. What makes it pops and try and stick out from the crowd? Particularly on YouTube land.
Different sets of input parameters. Once he finds a set that he likes, he can always go back to it and get out exactly the same results. And the procedural systems aren't just placing trees and rocks, but also fog cards, bugs, birds, everything that's needed to bring this environment to life. And
Oversaturation
everything
for
that you've
what?
seen here works at scale.
Too many racing games? Is there too many racing games? I don't think there is. I think they're all trying to do the same thing. I mean, what have you got? You got Gran Turismo 7, Forza Motorsport's coming out soon. You had Need for Speed as a AAA games. I'm trying to think what else. And then below you got the AAA titles. You got AA. I don't know what you call them afterwards that. But then you got your ACC. Oh, Motocross, NASCAR, Overwatch. Yeah. Okay, I see. I don't play any of those games. But I've kind of hedged my bets with sim racing with a more simulated aspect, mainly because I've pumped money into the rig and I'm justifying it to myself. Well, everybody loses interest, I think, in yearly release games. It's like a George Foreman grill. Have you ever had a George Foreman grill? They produced one year and it was great. It does a job. It grills your thing. Lean, mean, juices come out. Happy as Larry. Then the next year they release one with a slightly nicer handle, so you're less likely to burn your hand. And the year after, it's such minor improvements. You know, but you can do that with exclusivity. But with exclusivity and contracted, you have to do a yearly release. Like, that's not worked out well. No. Like, you have to do a yearly release. You know, that's why the WRC game was basically the same game for like 3 iterations in a row. And the improvements they did make wasn't really improvements. You know, FIFA has had that same issue. It's been the same game. Like, if with like series such as NASCAR, Formula 1, WRC, they should just make it not subscription model's not the right word, but game as a service. You pay for the base game and then you get tweaks on the same game, same services, just like R Factor 2 or whereby it's you pay for the base game. There are updates for different tracks and cars and what have you, and it's game as a service kind of thing. I'm not talking about the iRacing route where you pay for each individual car and each individual track, because that's bonkers and cost you several £1,000s. But you know, I would much rather have the WRC game, not a yearly release thing, but as we're going to continuously work on the WRC platform for 5 years. You know, charge us 70 quid a pop for that, but continue to refine it over the 5 years. Don't give me a game which is going to cost £60 for a year. Give me £30 of DLC that I have to buy, and then produce the same game again the year after. I'd much rather pay 70 or 60 quid, get the 2-year season pass where you're guaranteed X amount of updates. And then people can jump in and get the base game, and then if they want to get the summer pass or DLC, they can do later on. Having it as a platform over a 5-year lifespan would be a lot better for the consumer than a yearly release. They won't do it, I don't think, because they're losing money, but you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you should do that for like Call of Duty, you know, because they've got spin-offs, Black Ops and the like, but
this environment is 4 kilometers.
Like, but see, if you're using Unreal Engine 5 for the next rally game, where you can do this,
about 200 meters by 200 meters.
Like create an island like BeamNG and then create stages from that, then having a yearly release on the set, it just seems, it screams of being a con. I would much rather they just go, right, this is a platform for the next 5 years. You know, let's enjoy it and enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, what do I know? I'm just a lonely YouTuber with 264 subs. Oh, 738 views. It's done all right. Right, I'm gonna call it there, lag. I think, because I think I need a break from the wheel for a bit. Chill out, grab myself a coffee. I will see what time the wife and the kiddos back, and I may do a run of low fuel motorsports. I might not stream it. I might do, but I do think there's a good sim racing state of play. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? What do you reckon? A sim racing state of play video. Was that a thing? State of play? That was like a demonstration, isn't it? Yeah. PlayStation State of Play thing. I might do a State of Sim Racing kind of video. Because these chats, lag, generally speaking, I've really enjoyed them. First of all, talk about sim racing, because I can't do that in real life without my wife rolling her eyes or my friends going, eh. So I really appreciate it. But I think it's an interesting concept. And something that lots of stuff happening in sim racing land. Anyway, lag, Rivette, Tink, and the others, thank you very much for joining the stream. Sorry I failed you. Sim Rally Masters is a big F today. But thanks very much for joining the stream. Like, comment, subscribe. Anyone else who's watching as a VOD, really appreciate it. And I'll see you all. I'll try and do a stream next week. How about that? I'll try and do a stream on Wednesday next week. But yeah, have a good one. Cheers.